New details you'll only see on 10 TV of the suspects behind the cross-county crime spree.
Pulled the firearm out of a hoodie, I believe, and inadvertently pointed it in the direction of the range officers.
Now at 6, we're learning the accused suspects visited a shooting range in the weeks leading up to the crime spree that left one officer fighting for his life. Thanks for staying with 10 TV. I'm Yolanda Harris.
And I'm Andrew Kinsey. New details revealing that those suspects were kicked out of that shooting range. Our Lacey Chris has been following this story closely since the very beginning. She's live from downtown Columbus tonight with the new details. Lacey.
Yeah, Faisal Dorad was scheduled to be here in federal court today, but he waived that hearing. Tonight, I'm learning more about what led up to last week's crime spree.
This is where it ended. A shootout with Columbus police on I-70 near Mound last Thursday. But what happened in the days and weeks leading up to this county-wide crime spree?
You know, we periodically, when local news breaks, we periodically take a look at the individuals and see if there's anything that we can do, either through past surveillance here at the store or anything really that can help in aiding and catching some of these criminals.
Eric Delbert is the owner of LEPD gun shop and says two of the suspects, Faisal Dorad and Abdisamad Ismail, were in his store on May 11th. LEPD runs the driver's licenses of everyone who uses their range.
They, made a couple behavioral moves that made our range officers very uneasy to the point where they weren't allowed to shoot on the range that day.
Delbert explains that you brought in their own handgun and wanted to practice on the range. They were asked to leave before they tried to buy any guns or ammunition.
They pulled the firearm out of a hoodie, I believe, and inadvertently pointed it in the direction of the range officers. Not in a threatening manner, but more in a manner that they didn't know better.
That was weeks before the July 6th crime spree. According to Whitehall police, the suspects pointed a gun at the workers inside buyers to rob them and steal a Porsche. Court documents explain the same suspects used a gun to rob the Fifth Third Bank on Hilliard Rome Road. According to our searches for the three suspects' criminal backgrounds, Crime Tracker 10 found only traffic citations for each Dorad, Aiden Jama, and Ismail. No other violent crimes. According to a criminal complaint filed in the U.S. District Court, officers recovered two firearms from the incident on Interstate 70 East. One was a Glock handgun with an extended magazine that court documents say was recovered near Ismail. The other gun that was recovered was a black semi-automatic handgun found on the pavement of the highway in the direction where Jama and Dorad ran after the exchange of gunfire. Crime Tracker 10 has asked if the three suspects possessed the guns legally and where the suspects got the guns. Federal investigators are still looking into those questions, but no one under 21 in the state of Ohio can possess a handgun. Jama is 20 and Ismail, who died at the scene, was 19, making it illegal for both of them to even possess the handguns found. Well, they did not do anything illegal at the gun range. Their behavior was questionable enough for LEPD's owners to ask them to leave.
We didn't feel comfortable with their handling of firearms. They didn't exhibit good behavior that we want to see when we bring someone, onto the firing range.
And Dorad is scheduled to be back in court on July 24th. Reporting live, Lacey Chris, 10 TV News.